Hello everyone and welcome on this new midweek analysis video from Xtreme Trader. This is Salah speaking. So as we can see, most of these signals which I have sent last Saturday have failed. Of course, it was running in a good profit before the jobs opening news in the United States hit the market with actually less jobs offered than the predicted. And as you can see, this of course has caused the dollar to fall and lose some of its strength. Of course, as a result, euro, pound, AUD and NZD gained some strength against this weakness of the dollar. Now it seems to me like the market is actually going to continue the rise, but most likely we can start buying it only for short term. Let me just show you something here. Let me just delete first the old signal and let's start from scratch with the EURUSD. So I need to move now to the daily chart. So as you can see right here, guys, on the daily chart, this daily candle right here, of course, is a game changer because we can no longer sell the market, in my opinion, after the appearance of this candle. Now, most likely we can start buying the EURUSD, but not for so long because we are having here also a real level of a resistance, as you can see exactly right there at 1.09323. And most likely the EURUSD is actually going to bounce back right here on that level of a support and then continue the rise to reach that level of the real resistance, and afterward it actually might start the bearish fall. Now the reason to say that is we are having here also a resistance trend line, as we can see, and most likely the EURUSD will not be able actually to rise above that level of the resistance trend line. Why? Because if we move now to the weekly chart, we can see clearly how strength this level was as a resistance. So most likely, guys, we are looking here for a new pattern of a triple top, and most likely the a head and shoulders, and most likely the EURUSD is going to complete this pattern before continuing the fall. Now remember, we are talking about the weekly chart, so meaning we have to continue buying the EURUSD until it reaches the great sell level. So moving now to the 4-hour time frame. Now, we have highlighted here our take profit level, which will be exactly right here at the resistance at 1.09312. Now, for the entry for this trade, where exactly we can start buying the EURUSD? The answer, of course, lies with the real level of support and resistance. And as we can see right here exactly, that level was the real level of the support all the way, and as you can see right here, it was also the nearest support to that bullish breakout candle, or actually bullish engulfing candle from that level of a previous resistance. So that being said, let's wait for the EURUSD to fall to another 20 pips or 21 pips before we can buy it, and the take profit level will be 83 pips of profit. Meanwhile, the safe zone shouldn't be ranging lower than this level of a previous support for about 43 pips only. Let me now write the signal for you. And moving now to the pound USD. Alright, so same thing happening with the pound USD. We can no longer sell this pair right now after the appearance on the 4-hour time frame of that fake breakout right here from that level of the real support. So as you can see, the market actually was going well in the right direction before falls again, before rises back upon the news of the jobs opening in the United States. Now what's gonna happen next? In my opinion, guys, if we look at the daily chart right now, we are having here actually a perfect setup for the buy. This is of course perfect for buying the market. Right here, as you can see on the daily chart, we're having of course the nearest support right here to that bullish breakout candle. It was of course a real level of the support in the past, and most likely the market is gonna hold the position of the support. This level actually has a lot of pressure, and most likely the market is gonna hold it. Let's wait for the pound USD to fall to another 20 pips before we can start buying it, and if we do, the take profit level has got to be right here at the nearest real level of a resistance, which means we can actually expect to make 121 pips of profit against a safe zone that shouldn't actually be ranging lower than the absolutely lowest point of the support on 1.25448 for about 62 pips. Actually, let me just rise it a little bit more. I don't like to give you big safe zones. Yeah, 55 pips is gonna be fine. Let me now please write the signal for you. And there is your signal for the pound USD. As you can see, guys, I'm moving fast because I saw here a fast movement on the pound USD, and we want this signal to be triggered, and hopefully it will be. So therefore, I'm moving actually fast with these pairs. Let's now move to the AUDUSD. Alright, so AUDUSD of course can no longer be sold. Let's now delete the all signal and let's track the market and see what we can do next with this pair. Now, from the first site actually on the 4-hour time frame, we're having here also a broken level of the resistance trend line. Check this out. So if we look carefully right here, this was of course a very clear broken level of a resistance trend line with that bullish engulfing candle, and most likely now the AUDUSD is actually going to continue the rise. Moving to the daily chart just to confirm the direction, and indeed as you can see right here, we had here of course the real level of the support, and right here the two fake breakouts. But eventually what we're having right here is double bottom pattern, which indicates also a continuation in the rise, if I'm not mistaken. Now we have to pay attention also to the price action. These three candles right here actually represents a continuation in the bullish momentum. So all in all, the bullish reversal. So all in all, AUDUSD is good to be bought. So moving now to the 1-hour time frame. Now why 1-hour time frame? Because we want to see everything in details. So therefore, as you can see right here, if we look carefully, right there exactly, perfecto, yes, right there. As you can see, this was of course the real level of the support. It was of course a real level of the resistance in the past, and right here also it was a real level of a support, and eventually it was also a real level of the resistance. So therefore, if the market is going to be able to reach that level, most likely it will actually be retesting the broken level of the resistance trend line. So therefore, let's wait for the AUDUSD to reach that level at 0.64443 before we can continue buying it. Moving now to the 4-hour time frame to identify our take profit levels, which actually should be right here. Why right here? Because the normal behavior of the market, my friends, once you are actually having a broken level of a resistance trend line, the market is going to continue the rise till it reach the nearest strong key resistance level, usually 61.8 Fibonacci retracement, and after that it will actually continue the fall. So therefore, this is going to be our take profit level, because if the AUDUSD is going to make right here a new support trend line, it will continue the rise till it reach that level of the resistance, and after that it's going to continue the fall again. And as you can see in the past, the same level was also a strong key support level. So that means that our take profit level will be 77 pips of profit, hopefully of course, and a safe zone that shouldn't be ranging lower than this level of a support as 0.64040 for about 40 pips only. Let me now write the signal for you. Let's now move to the USDCAD. Alright, so the USDCAD, guys, as you can see, the buy order is activated already, but we can no longer keep buying this pair for a long time. We have to get rid of the signal, even though it's active right now, but most likely now the USDCAD is actually gonna continue the fall. Let me just move to the weekly chart to show it to you. So right now, as you can see, there are a lot of weakness right now on the dollar, upon the pressure of course from that level of a resistance. Therefore, we most likely have to consider selling this pair. Moving to the daily chart right now, we can see this price action has been completed. These two candles actually representing usually a fake breakouts, and right here exactly we're having the real level of the resistance. If you want actually to start trading, I would believe that this is actually the best level to start selling the USDCAD. If we look at the past also, it was also right here a real level of the resistance as well, and also it was right here a real level of a support. So all in all, 1.35876 is actually a good level to start selling this pair. And before we continue, please guys, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. Now let's move to the 4-hour time frame. Now based on the 4-hour time frame, I would recommend to wait for the USDCAD to reach that level of the previous resistance. Why? Because we are having right here of course a strong bearish engulfing candle, and as you can see, this was of course the nearest tail to that bearish candle. Also, it was the nearest real level of a resistance right here also at 1.35971, which means the USDCAD actually has a good potential to be sold after it rises to another 30 pips, and therefore let's wait for the market to reach that level before we can start selling it. However, the take profit level is going to be placed of course right here at the nearest strong previous level of a resistance and also a support as well. That means that we can actually expect to make almost 100 pips profit from this signal, and a safe zone that should not be ranging higher than this level of a resistance for about 50 pips. Let me now write the signal for you. And there goes your signal, my friends, for the USDCAD. And before we continue, I forgot to remind you about our progress in the VIP group of Telegram. Yesterday and before yesterday, guys, was really good days. Yesterday alone, Tuesday, we have made more than 125 pips of profit in total for our signals. And if you have aimed only take profit number 1, you would have made 80 pips of profit yesterday alone, of course, including the losses, which means 80 pips net profit if you guys have traded the signals correctly. So I believe everything is going well, and as you can see here, the likes confirms that these are correct statements and the members are enjoying the experience in the VIP group of Telegram. I have to admit that July and August were actually very bad months for us, but I think everyone knows that August in general is the worst month to trade Forex in general. Therefore, I believe finally we are done with the bad period, and so far our signals doing so well, thankfully, and hopefully it's going to continue doing so well. So of course, if you wish to join Xtreme Trader Forex Signals group, please contact our support. You can find their contact details in the description below of this video. Contact them today. And as you can see right here also, these are the results from the VIP. If you join, guys, the VIP group, this is the group that you will be joining, and look at these profits, and I'm very happy to see it. Of course, few losses here and there, but also it has been recovered instantly. So again, let's now continue, and let's now go to the USDJPY. Alright, so I think we have reached the crash point that I was talking about. Now, this is a very strong bearish candle. As you can see, the USDJPY fell to about 140 pips immediately in just one candle. That is really a lot. And as you can see, if we track the history, this actually was the strongest fall, or actually the biggest fall for the USDJPY, if I'm not mistaken, since last 27th of July, so meaning more than a month. We have not actually seen any strong bearish movement like that on the USDJPY. If I'm not mistaken, I think we have reached indeed the crash point that I was talking about. So right here, we're having, of course, a real level of the resistance exactly right there at 146.577. 575, sorry. And as you can see right here, exactly, we do have another real level of the resistance, and right here these three candles actually representing a strong pattern to continue the bearish fall. Therefore, if we move now to the 4-hour time frame, I would recommend to sell the USDJPY exactly from that level of a resistance, exactly, just to be precise, waiting for this pair to rise to another 31 pips before we can continue selling it. And let me just highlight for you the take profit level, which has got to be right here, of course, the real level of the support at 145.038, which means it will be ranging for about 135 pips of profit, and a safe zone that, 1 second, guys, let me just scroll to the left side. The safe zone shouldn't be ranging higher than this level of a previous resistance, exactly right here. Exactly for about 76 pips. That's actually a lot. Let me just move back to the 1-hour time frame. I want to give you guys a realistic safe zone. It is what it is. It is what it is. If it's 70 pips, be it. Yeah, 79 pips. Yeah, that's a lot. I cannot reduce it, guys. I'm sorry. Let's reduce. We have to reduce it. I mean, that's quite a lot. That's quite a lot. I'm not happy with the safe zone. 60 pips only against, of course, 136 pips of profit. Let me now write the signal for you. And there goes your signal, my friends, for the USDJPY. I'm moving now to the NZDUSD. Guys, as you can see, I'm moving fast because we don't actually have much time. Many of these signals are going to be triggered very soon, and we need to post this video and give the followers a chance to watch it before they start trading. Therefore, I have really to finish fast. Now, look at that, guys. On the NZDUSD, by tracking the daily chart, we can see clearly right here that we had, of course, a real level of the support exactly right there, to be precise, exactly at 0.59278. Now, remarkably, we had right here several attempts to break out from that level. Now, let's compare these two attempts because it's important. Now, look at that. Right here, we have a doji. Actually, two dojis candles has appeared. Then the market kept rising. And interestingly, right here, we are having, of course, my favorite price action for the bullish reversal. What happened next was interesting, because as I'm telling you always, this candle right here is really trusted. Now we can see the same candle has appeared right here. So all in all, the general movement for the NZDUSD seems to be bullish at the moment after the appearance of these two candles, which means that the buyers are getting ready to control the market. Now, we had right here, of course, two fake breakouts. Number one was full of dojis. The second one, however, was a complete fake breakout, because we thought that the market is going to make right here a new resistance, but the opposite has happened and it actually closed as a full bar, which means it was indeed a fake breakout. So therefore, we had here a lot of weakness from the sellers, and most likely the market is going to continue the rise. So moving now to the 4-hour time frame. This is, of course, the nearest level of a support, real level of a support, exactly right there, to be precise. Exactly. Wait a minute to be sure. Exactly. As 0.59313. I believe this is, of course, the nearest wick to the bullish engulfing candle. Bullish candle, the breakout candle, of course. And if the NZDUSD is going to continue to fall, that right here is the best level to start buying the market, because most likely the pair is going to create a new support right here, exactly on the same level of the highest level of the wick, which is the nearest one to the bullish candle. That means we have to wait for the NZDUSD to fall to another 23 pips before we can continue buying it, adding, of course, to the mix that we're having a resistance trend line, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, I think we do have right here a broken level of the resistance trend line, and the NZDUSD will actually be retesting that level to create, of course, a new support trend line. If that happens, we can actually continue buying this pair till it reaches the highest level of previous support as 0.60333 for about 101 pips of profit, and a safe zone that shouldn't be ranging lower than the absolute lowest level of a support for about 46 pips only. Let me now write the signal for you. And moving now to the gold, which I believe, guys, many of you have watched the deal of the day, which is actually going to be exactly the same. So right here, of course, the deal of the day for the gold, and it's exactly the same. Actually, to be honest with you, I started to lose hope in it. It's going to take a while. It's going to take a while, I believe. But again, guys, don't forget that this is gold, and there is a high chance for the gold to continue the fall instantly in just a few hours before it reach our entry point. However, the bullish movement now is stronger, and the pair is actually closer to the take profit level than the entry point, which is really bad signal. It is a bad signal. I'm not saying it's a bad signal in terms of the activity. It's in terms of, I mean, what I'm trying to say here is this signal is not going to be triggered soon. It might take a while. The buy level should actually be close to the current price, but the current price right now is actually closer to the take profit level than the buy, which means it's going to really take a while to be activated, but we are just hoping for a strong bearish movement right here to reach that level of a support before it's going to be retesting it. Unfortunately, I cannot give another signal for the gold, because that is all what I can see so far from this pair. If the gold, for example, made a strong bullish movement and broke out from that level of the take profit level and the resistance, that's a completely different story. Then we can send another signal, but so far this is all what I have got for the gold. So until then, guys, I believe it's going to be a good week so far, and hopefully it will be a profitable one. So until then, I hope that was informative to you, and I would like to thank you for watching.